Isn't our school awesome? I've been going here for 6 years of my learning career, and let me tell you, it's one of Anaheim's finest elementary education establishments. It's located at 500 North Sunkist Street. It was built in 1958 and had over 10,000 students in the last 50 years. But have you ever wondered where the name Sunkist Elementary came from? Who named this street? What does Sunkist mean? Could it possibly have something to do with delicious navel oranges? To find out, we must go back to when Anaheim didn't look so much like this, but a little more like this.
Mercy me! I sure do love a nice, cold glass of OJ in the morning.
Why, if it isn't Old Man Pearson.
Oh, hello there, Samantha.
My name's Diana.
That's what I said.
Old Man Pearson, do you remember what Anaheim used to be like a long time ago?
Sure do. After all, I am 147 years old.
Wow, you look good.
I know. Well, back in my day, all of this was orange groves as far as the eye could see. Of course, it could all still be orange groves. I don't know. My eyes aren't what they used to be.
There are still some orange groves, but not as far as the eye can see.
I knew it! You see, beginning in the late 1800s, Anaheim, along with other parts of Southern California, was well known for its agriculture.
Agriculture. We learned that word in social studies. It means the science and practice of farming.
You're very smart, Anna.
Diana.
No, I'm Old Man Pearson. Now, as I was saying, the oranges that were usually grown in Anaheim were Valencia oranges. Hundreds of independent farmers would grow oranges and sell them to people from here all along the way to the East Coast. With the invention of the Transcontinental Railroad, perishables such as fruit could be enjoyed by Americans all across the country. As the popularity of oranges grew, more people became involved in the selling process. Wholesalers.
Wholesalers? Like a hole in the ground? Why would someone sell a hole in the ground? Why would someone buy a hole in the ground?
No, a wholesaler, as in a whole lot of oranges. And don't interrupt your elders.
Oops, sorry.
It's all right, Christina.
Diana.
Who? Anyway, a wholesaler is someone who sells things in large quantities. Wholesalers would buy the oranges per crate rather than per orange. They decided the farmers wouldn't be paid until after the oranges were sold at market.
Whoa, so they wouldn't make any money if their oranges didn't sell all the way across the United States?
Correct! Independent farmers were assuming all the risk in growing the crop and not making as much as the wholesalers. Eventually, independent farmers banded together. This led to the birth of the Southern California Fruit Growers Exchange.
Fruit exchange? Like a gift exchange?
More like a growers cooperative to support citrus farmers here in Southern California and help them promote their citrus crops. By 1907, there was an oversupply of oranges being produced in California. The Southern California Fruit Growers Exchange needed to act fast. They decided to begin an advertising campaign which promoted citrus fruit as healthy and summery.
Healthy and summery. Now I want an orange.
I know! Genius, right? Crates were decorated with colorful images of the West.
Oh, I've seen those pictures on old crates. People decorate their walls with them.
Yes, they're beautiful. I have an entire wall in my house covered in them. But more importantly, these promotions and art increased sales greatly. When the oranges were brought into the packing houses, they were sorted into different types. The top of the line fruit was labeled as Sunkist.
So our school was named after really good oranges?
Well, in a way, yes. But let me finish the story.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
So the Sunkist name became so popular that other growers began trying to sell their fruit under the Sunkist name.
Whoa, not cool.
When this was discovered, Sunkist began wrapping each orange in a Sunkist marked tissue. After consumers saved up 12 tissue papers, they could be mailed into the company along with 12 cents in exchange for a Sunkist spoon.
A spoon? Why a spoon?
Because back in those days, people collected nice silverware. Anywho, in 1905, the Southern California Fruit Exchange was reborn as the California Fruit Growers Exchange. 2 years later, they began their first major advertising campaign and coined a new brand name for their fruit, Sunkist. Remember, the Sunkist name was only applied to the top grade of fruit, but by 1952, Sunkist had become so identified with citrus that the exchange changed its name to Sunkist Growers, Inc.
Wow, how interesting.
The first advertising campaigns by Sunkist Growers, Inc. were designed to shift oranges from a specialty item to an everyday part of people's diet.
Wait, you mean orange slices weren't always on kids' lunch trays in school cafeterias and on people's plates in diners?
Oh no, for a long time oranges were considered a delicacy, almost like a special treat. With help from the Southern Pacific Railroad, they created a campaign that promoted oranges in sunny California all at the same time. Their slogan was, "Oranges for health, California for wealth."
Ooh, that's good.
I know, right? From the moment the fruit entered the packing houses, it was being sorted for quality and size. Obvious culls, or fruit that could not be sold as eating oranges, were removed. The remaining fruit was carried on conveyor belts to the grading tables where workers would visually sort the fruit into 3 grades. At Sunkist Growers, Inc., these were designated Sunkist, Red Ball, and Standard, which ended up being culls. The sorted fruit was then carried on belts to the packing tables, and packing oranges in the old days was an art.
Like finger painting?
More like professional gift wrapping. The top grade fruit would be wrapped in printed tissue paper, a technique developed in Orange County in the 1880s. In 1923, there were just under 37,000 acres of Valencia oranges in Orange County. By 1930, acreage had passed 44,000. 8 years later, it passed the 67,000 acre mark.
Wow, that's a lot of citrus.
You said it. For a long time, the citrus industry in Orange County continued to expand until the 1940s when it became a long, slow decline.
What happened?
Well, several factors caused the citrus industry's disappearance. As Southern California began to grow after World War II, the cost of land, water, and property taxes began to rise. Then, just like the grape industry 60 years before, a mysterious disease began to sweep through the groves. Growers called it the quick decline. The pickers called it the triste, which means sad in Spanish. Healthy trees would just suddenly die. The disease has never been completely explained.
Whoa, how weird.
Where growers in the 1920s probably would have replanted their groves, many growers in the 1940s and 50s decided to sell to developers who were beginning to build more and more tract houses in the area. Other growers moved to other areas, including San Diego County, Riverside County, the San Joaquin Valley, and Imperial Valley. But to this day, Anaheim is still linked with oranges.
Well, this is incredible. Our school is named after a top quality citrus company named after top quality citrus.
Yes! Isn't it wonderful? Can you believe you go to a school with such a rich history?
I know. Who knew that this playground used to be an orange grove? I wonder what will be here in another 100 years. And now that you know so much about our school, I hope you're interested in learning more about our local history. Make sure to visit the museo to learn more about how Anaheim started and share what you learned. Would you like a glass of orange juice, Old Man Pearson?
I thought you'd never ask. Thank you, Joanna.
Diana!
No, I'm Old Man Pearson.
Never mind. Enjoy your juice.